Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel IIBS IAS Academy. This is Rakesh Singh, Assistant Professor at IIBS IAS Academy. I have done my PGDBRM from Manipal University. Since last 6 years, I have been teaching to the UPSC aspirant. In this YouTube channel, we will be discussing about the daily current affairs and the topics which are related to UPSC as well as the other competitive exams. Please do subscribe, like and comment on the below section. Good morning friends, welcome to IIBS IAS Academy. Today we will discuss about one of the important current affair, that is electoral bonds. So recently during the election in Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana as well as Chhattisgarh and Manipur, the electoral bonds has been used for political donation. In today's class, we will be discussing about what are electoral bonds, how it is used for the donation to the political parties. Apart from that, what are the issues associated with this electoral bonds. Friends, generally whenever a private company or a public company want to raise the capital, then they will issue the bonds. So those are called corporate bonds. And whenever if the government has a shortage of money, at that time to raise the fund, government will also issue the bond. So those are called GSEC or gilt security. But whenever an individual or a corporate want to make a donation to the political parties, at that time they can use this bond, that is electoral bonds. So electoral bonds will be used exclusively for the donation to the political parties. So what are electoral bonds? Electoral bonds are nothing but it's the financial instrument which are used to make donation to the political parties. Then which political parties? So according to this electoral bond scheme, only those political parties which are registered with Election Commission of India are eligible to receive the electoral bonds. And according to section 29 of RP Act 1951. So according to section 29 of Representation of People Act 1951, any party which receive at least 1% of total number of valid vote in general election of either Lok Sabha or a state assembly, that party is eligible to get the or to receive the electoral bonds. So for those parties, Election Commission of India will give an exclusive account, exclusive bank account. So all the registered party and those parties has to deposit whatever the electoral bonds they receive in that particular account or special account which were given by the Election Commission of India. Through that bank account only political party can encash those electoral bonds. Then this electoral bonds will be issued in a multiples of 1,000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore, like that. So there is no maximum limit on this electoral bonds. Then who will issue these electoral bonds? So at present, central government of India has authorized State Bank of India to issue these electoral bonds. So according to electoral bond scheme, central government will authorize any bank or any financial institution to issue the electoral bonds. But at present, central government of India has authorized State Bank of India to issue these electoral bonds. But remember, not each and every branch of SBI will issue the electoral bonds. Only the selected branches of State Bank of India are authorized to issue the electoral bonds. Then when these branches of SBI, authorized branches of SBI can issue these electoral bonds, that is from 1st to 10th of every month of January, April, July and October. So the authorized branch of SBI who got the authority to issue the electoral bond will issue the electoral bond from first date to 10th date of every month of July, April, August and October. And apart from that, if there is a general election year, take an example, just last year in the 2019, we have a general election year. So whenever there will be a general election year, at that time, the government of India can extend that issue days, can extend the issue date from 1 to 10 to 30 days. So during general election year, the State Bank of India authorized branches can issue these electoral bonds from 1 to 30 of every January, April, July and October. Then who can purchase this bond in India? Any individual can purchase this bond, and that individual can purchase this bond with joint account or either jointly. So joint by two person they can purchase that electoral bond, or a single person also can purchase this electoral bonds. But for that, a person has to give the KYC detail in the bank, and the person has to make the payment only through the banks. The person cannot make the payment for the purchase of electoral bonds through cash. Then apart from that, any body which are incorporated in India or established in India, that body is also eligible to purchase these electoral bonds. Important thing is that there is no name of bond holder on this bond. Generally, corporate bonds or government bonds, name of the bond holder will be written. But in case of electoral bonds, no name of bond holder. And apart from that, this electoral bonds does not carry any interest. So this is the unique feature of this electoral bond, and this is very important for exam point of view, that electoral bond does not carry any interest rate, electoral bond does not carry the name of the holder. So these are the features of electoral bonds. We have a certain issues which are associated with this electoral bonds. Okay, what are the issues? So first and foremost issue in electoral bond is transparency issue. So there is no transparent in this electoral bond schemes. So in electoral bond scheme, neither the donor or neither the political party who receive this electoral bond is eligible to reveal the detail of the donor. So that is the main issue in this electoral bonds. So this is one of the reason why last year Supreme Court made a judgment that all the political parties who have received the political donation through electoral bonds has to submit the details of their donor to Election Commission of India. Now, another issue associated with electoral bond is that corporate issue. So what is that issue? Earlier, before the introduction of the electoral bonds, there was a ceiling limit for big corporates on political donation. So before the introduction of electoral bonds, a corporate, big corporate can donate, can make donation to the political parties up to 7.5% of their profit. But this provision removed by this electoral bonds. Now the big corporates, they don't have any ceiling limit to political donation, and apart from that, it is not mandatory for this corporate to record a political donation transaction in profit and loss account also. So many liberals or many people think that this provision can create the black money for the corporates. How? The thing is that big corporates can make huge donation to the political parties, and those political parties in future can form the government. So in short, by making the huge donation to those political parties, these companies can influence the government and can take the advantage from that government for their business purpose. So these are the issues which are associated with this electoral bonds. So this is about electoral bonds. Thank you. So please do like and share our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to press bell icon for more updates. Thank you.